Hello, friends. My name's Michelle, and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Today, I have lots of products from a brand called Nude by Nature that I found on the Walmart website. So, if you want to see how I got this look, and if that might be something that you want to look into, then hang with me. So, I have freshly dyed brows today. I have already cleansed this morning with my Bioderma cleansing oil and used Haley Milky Toner that I got at Five Below. But I do have to say, it did sting a little bit this morning. I was thinking that maybe it was going to be pretty good for my sensitive skin, but now I'm not so sure. And then I wanted to do some liner to start off with. So I tried at first this Buxom liner. It's kind of rectangular and it has a little smudger brush on the end. So I thought this will be really cool. But as soon as I started warming it up, about a half a centimeter broke off of it. And it's more waxy than anything. So I couldn't use it to tightline. It was too waxy. So I went back to my eyeliner stain by Sachu, and it did a pretty good job. Maybe it's growing on me just a little bit. It's just not as opaque, I guess, as a regular liner. So to start off priming my eyelids, I have some Nude by Nature concealer. I think this one is in shade 5, Bisque. And I got the Nude by Nature eyeshadow palette that was available at Walmart. I got it online. Here's what it looks like. It's got a matte, shimmer, and then two other mattes. And that's the shimmers aren't sparkly. They're just shimmery. So I'll go into the lightest shade. So I think that did a pretty good job of covering up my veins. I'm gonna go over, now the next two are shimmery, so I'm gonna skip over to this one right here, the warmer of the darker browns for my crease color. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the darkest for my outer corner. I'm going to switch to a skinny pencil brush. I'm going to still take that darkest brown, my lower lash line, drag it up there a little bit. And I do like to have a shimmer on the lower lash line, so I'm going to take this second color here because it does have a little bit of a sheen. Kind of go over that. So I used every color except for this middle sheen. And I could use that in the center of my lid, but you know how I like sparkle. So I got e.l.f. the Finest Fleck shadows. They came out with 4 new shades. So I'm going to show you those. This one is called So Metal. This one is Certified Platinum Tan-Talize Hypebiscus. So let's see. I'm gonna swatch those for you. Here's the Hypebiscus. It's kind of pinkish. It's kind of hard to see with the swipe though. But that's the thing about these finest flecks. They're meant to be, I think, more shadow toppers than anything. This one's the Tan-Talize. You can see there's not a whole lot of glitter to those so far. They're more sheeny. Okay, this one's Certified Platinum. I think this one's going to be nice. Oh, okay. It's more silvery. And I think it is a little bit more sparkly than sheeny. Is that a word? Sheeny. Okay, and here is So Metal. I think this one, oh, this one's pretty good too, I think. It does have some kind of bronze a little bit in it, even though, yeah, I think that's what I'll go with. So here's what it looks like. I'm just gonna pat, pat, pat. And then I'm gonna try to go a little bit darker or more opaque with it in the center. I think I'm gonna go try this So Platinum and see if that gets it a little bit more sparkly. Yeah. Gonna do inner corner. All right, so nothing over the top. Now I'm covered up with sparkles. Okay, now I'm gonna clean up my edges, although they look pretty good. And I'll see if my under eyes are still nice and moisturized. I really like that Glass Solid glycerin. You can get that on Amazon. Okay, back to the Nude by Nature concealer. And this one is a Pro Concealer by Sephora. I think it's number 71. It's just a kitten paw. Okay, I decided not to try the Nude by Nature mascara. I'm going to just go back to my Extensionist. My sectional lashes today there's some that I needed to use up. They're by Citizen Lash. I think they're out of Canada. Got these a couple of years ago and they're nice. They're a little bit thicker than I'm used to, but I needed to use them up. And I think I'm going to stick with, I do have some powder by Nude by Nature, but I am for my under eyes, just going to stick with my H2O Lock. And now for the foundation. I got some Nude by Nature. It says Perfect Skin Filter Foundation. It is supposed to be full coverage. I've tried this and it has a scent. Now, you know, I love good scents. This one, don't like it. And it's not one that kind of dissipates after you put it on. It's there all day. So, since this is full coverage, and I'm not really a full coverage gal, I have a little bit of dry skin going on this winter. I thought, what if I can mix it with something else? So I took my American Biore Watery Essence, the Aqua Rich, because it has a nice scent, and I've not done sunscreen yet. So I'll put a little bit down first of just the sunscreen. And the difference between the American version and the Japanese version is that after I put this on, I feel pretty slick, but it has a really nice scent. So now I'm going to take a pump or two of the Nude by Nature, and I got this one in shade 4. It's called N4 Silky Beige. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to mix it with some sunscreen. And what this does is creates a nice tinted moisturizer. It's a tinted moisturizer that actually smells nice, that I can tolerate. Since this is more like a moisturizer. I know I can kind of spread it out and not worry about it drying down too fast. So now it feels more like a skin tint. And the only downside is I don't get as much coverage over my rosacea areas. So what I'll do is go back to that concealer. I've got little broken capillaries right there and right there. And the concealer has no scent at all. It's nice. Okay, so right now I can't smell the icky smell from the foundation, so that's good. Right, they don't have a bronzer stick. They do have powder bronzer, which is what I got. But I'm gonna go in and show you the difference between these LA colors. This one's a bronzer, and this one is just a contour in deep. So this bronzer is pretty cool. It's more of a pinky color, which means it really is more like a bronzer than a contour. But anyway, I'll show you. And then this is the deep. Got these at Dollar Tree. And I have linked this 2-brush set. I like this one. Got the pointed end for my nose. And the other one, it has the same flat end as this one, but it has a different shape. And this one's nice for foundation. And I think they are incredibly cheap. I think both of them, maybe less than $5 on Amazon. Okay, now on to some blush. I got the blush stick in 02 Pink Blossom. And it's just the nicest natural looking pinky color. Like the color of a real blush. Got my Moda kitten paw. Okay, so far I'm nothing but creams. And I like to set it all down to make it last. So I bought a powder blusher. This one, I think it's in the shade Desert Rose. Yes, 03 Desert Rose, although it looks more like a terracotta peachy color. And this is just an angled blush brush. This one's by Profusion. It's the angled powder PD3. And I just like to rock it. Just a nice natural color. Not too much pigment, but buildable. I do like to go up in my part because it is white. And the older I get, the thinner or the more of my scalp I see there. So I've been spraying some minoxidil every now and then up there. Right now, I have some powder bronzer. And I love loose powder bronzer. I have a couple, but anytime I see an opportunity to try out another one, I take it. And I think, let's see, this one's in 01 Bondi Bronze. And it has a sifter top, but no way to close it. And that's rough. Dipping into this, you get way too much. So I'm going to try to just take what's here in the lid first. So I used all that, but now the tricky part, I need to get it off here. So I won't be traveling with this one. I'm just kind of trying to get it around the edges and not go all the way in. But I do like the color of this bronzer, and I'm happy that it's not sitting in my pores. Some bronzers I have noticed, especially if you've used just creams up to that point, will sit in your pores darker. I don't like that. Okay, now I'm ready for the finishing powder. They do have some loose foundation, but I just wanted the finishing powder. And you see, it has not come up through the sifter like the other did. Not sure why. I've handled them just the same. I think I'm going to use a puff for this. And then doing that, you know, I can kind of wipe it and drag it off the side, which is nice. And I have noticed, okay, you see all these wrinkles? I really need to try not to get any powder up in those wrinkles. That's when I start looking like the Crypt Keeper. And check the 10X. I just feel like it's not hiding my pores. It did mattify everything down, but I still see my pores. So I'm gonna see if my Cars Land can come to the rescue once again. Okay, the pores do look better, but now I look incredibly chalky. So I'm going to go in with my Dalba First Spray Serum. It is the Bi-Phase, so I have to shake it up. Okay, I still think I'm looking pretty chalky. It's getting better, and I cannot sing the praises enough of this powder. I will never be without it again until they stop making it, and then I will panic. Okay, now I want to lock this all in, and I haven't used this one very much, but I've heard lots of good things about it. The ColourPop, pretty fresh, lock it in setting spray. I have a different one from ColourPop that is more of a moisturizing one, but this one's supposed to lock it in. So here we go. Oh, that was really hard stream. I'm splattered. Oh, that's better. Lesson learned. I should always do a warm-up spray first. Okay, now I haven't done anything to the lips yet. And I did buy a lip liner, Nude by Nature. This one's number 7, I think, Dusty Pink. But I think it's just the same color as my lips. And you would think, oh, that's a nice looking color, but I'll show you. I can't see it. It's not dark enough for me. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to use first, I have the lip stains from Be Pure from the Dollar Tree. And of the 3 colors, I do like this rosy one the best. And it does already feel kind of dry. I think these are like dead-on dupes for the CoverGirl stains because they do the same thing. And that gave me a little bit of color, but I do really like this gloss that I got. And this one, Tropical Shimmer. It has a nice big doe foot. Kind of tastes like a little bit of nice and a little bit of chemical. But it looks so good. I love a shiny, sparkly lip. Okay, and I haven't done anything to my brows yet because I dyed them. But I do have some unevenness and some sparse areas. So I'm going to go back in with my La Mercerie brow retractable pencil. When I edit, this one always looks darker to me. But sitting here, they look about the same. I think it has to do with my lighting. And this has a little paddle brush on the end. And mine are like cousins, not sisters. Definitely not twins. And I'm going to use my Maybelline Super Lock. I think Nude by Nature does have some brow products, but I kind of hit my budget, you know. So here's my final look for the day. I'll let you see what I'm talking about with my dry, crinkly. So they're not just crow's feet, they're just gigantic. But you know what? That's a lifetime of smiling. That's what that is. So I found the Nude by Nature at Walmart. I'm not sure if they're going out of business or what, but on their website, they're sold out of a lot of things, but not on the Walmart website. So don't know what's going on with them, but I found them and thought you might want to take a look. They are pretty reasonably priced, and I like the foundation when I can thin it out with my sunscreen. Thank you for watching today. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're doing well. If you found me, you're one of the very first ones, so please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I'd like to get to know you, and I hope you see me next time.